Okay, so that fight over.
All right, let's wake up one of these assholes after we tie him up.
Sounds like a plan. We're tying up the bodies and stuff?
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty.
My character is kind of...
Except for the one with the arrow in his eye.
Hold on, around the table.
So my character is like... see, would she want to actually see if the guy's actually dead?
Unfortunately, Dorothy is completely oblivious. She went bust examining you. She has no idea why you're acting the way you are, and Sam's already out of it, so there's no one to help you.
Yeah, so she's... let's see, how would she handle this? I think she would probably want to go up and actually, like, I mean, I know she shot him, but she's still in kind of, like, disbelief, so she's probably going to walk up to the guy's body just to kind of, like...
I agree. I like that. Yeah. So you walk up to the body, and yeah, he's laying on your arrow. You killed him. It went right through his heart.
Okay. Would she, like... do I need to roll something so she doesn't, like, start freaking out?
Yeah, I would say it's appropriate. I wasn't going to go there. I was just going to let you role play it. If you want to try to keep from freaking out, I would say roll your willpower and your meditation if you had it.
I think an appropriate response would be, even though she knows he's dead, she would be like trying to do like CPR or trying to do that and just start getting more and more hysterical.
I hate to tell you this, honey, but
I like that.
The arrow through the eye makes it pretty clear he's dead.
Heart.
Went through his heart.
Oh, the arrow through the center of the chest pretty much makes it clear he's dead.
He can't be dead. I couldn't have killed anybody. He can't be dead. He's got to be okay. There's something that we could do, right? Something.
Bam, bam. Yep, he's dead.
So you roll him over, and that you can look in the firelight. You can see that they aren't entirely human. They have this weird grayish skin. Their ears are sort of slightly pointed and have sharp teeth. Parts of their body are actually mechanical. Like you see tubes and stuff, and little like brass things where a shoulder should be. And it's not like it's set. It's all like all over the place. Hold on. It's like all over the place, right? But I mean, this was a living being at one point. So you're like, yeah, I killed somebody. Oh my god. Because it's so alien, though, it doesn't have the same effect as if you killed a human being that was like obviously a human being. So I'm gonna give you a willpower roll.
Okay.
I'm gonna give you a bonus die. Actually, I'll give you 2 bonus die, and the number here would be 15.
I'm going to poke at the body because, you know, this is fascinating.
I imagine.
In a very spot sort of way.
It looks like someone is taking like old brass and copper tubes and some like rubber and plastic and making like weird robot people hybrids.
Yeah. And what happens if I pull this tube out?
The flesh doesn't really feel very human though. It feels like it's really slimy.
And what happens if I pull this tube out?
Yeah, 13.
You don't make it.
I don't make it.
No, you have the freak out reaction you described.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, I'm going to, let's see, what would I use for this?
That would be weird science.
Good, because that's one of my better ones.
And you're going to use your intelligence and weird science bonus.
My intelligence and weird science bonus. I like this box. Okay, that's a 6 and a 4. That's a 10. Plus weird science is a 9. That's a 19.
With the 15, you can tell what's going on. This is obviously some kind of like magical cybernetic device. Golemnetics, if you wanted to use that kind of a term, right? The process of an animated golem is being used on these living beings. They obviously weren't human, which is part of the reason why it may have worked. Because they're somewhat magical in nature, their flesh is actually powering the machinery.
Okay, with a plus 6, that would knock it up to a 20. So it was a 19 plus 6, so that'd be a 25 altogether. So can I get any more out of that?
You can see that the power source of these things is a weird kind of clockwork heart that has been replaced in all of them. And the clockwork gears look hauntingly familiar. They look almost exactly the same pattern your grandfather's watch.
Well, that's a kind of a freaky thing. I will keep that to myself. Oh, I'll share it with, what's her name, Danielle, but Danny, because, you know.
Dorothy,
because she has half a brain. But Sis here is freaking out, and Cousin Sam is like one step from freaking out, so we will not share this information with them.
Okay. Sam, being the good stalwart guy he is, he eventually wanders over and he tries to like hug you and make sure you're okay. It's all right. It's going to be fine. He tries to pull you away from the body. Do you let him?
Yeah.
Okay. Looting the bodies. You might want to write this down somewhere. You've got a crossbow with 10 quarrels.
Ooh, that's mine. Well, that's the player saying that's mine. I'm sure she probably wouldn't want it.
The guy in armor was wearing chainmail.
Crossbow with how many quarrels?
10. And he had a full shield, which Sam's going to take. So he's like, hey, yeah, this is cool.
Yeah.
You have 3 swords. and 4 daggers, and weird coins that you can't quite call. We're just going to call them golden coins for right now. About 75 golden coins. The other gear they had on them is like some boots and other wear, but you all already wearing clothes. Right? They didn't have any camping gear on them. They didn't have any backpacks.
No food.
Nor any water skins or food, which communicates they came from somewhere. With your story, I was going to let you have it. They came from somewhere close. They're probably expected back, or there's going to be people looking for them.
You should probably hightail it out of there then.
I'm going to give the armor to Sam because, you know, that makes common sense.
And for some strange reason, even though it shouldn't, it automatically fits.
Because it's D&D. Yes, that's something you'll notice in D&D. Everything always fits.
Yeah.
I'll keep one of the daggers, though.
Okay.
Hand the chick one of the daggers. They have any cloaks?
Yeah.
Because
But the cloaks will be a little short on us, because again, they're only like 4 feet tall.
Yeah, but, you know, it's better than nothing for the chick. Because, you know, she's practically naked.
Well, she's wearing like a shift.
Yeah, and
She does have on clothes, it's just that she's wet from having run for a while.
yeah, and I think that Sam and I will have enough embarrassment without
Okay.
having that.
Talking to the girl. Who wants to take the turn to talk to the girl?
Who has the highest charisma of all of us?
Let's see, my charisma's my charisma's a 1.
Yeah, mine's a 1.
Dorothy's is a 1 2, so that leaves Sam with his 2.
None of us have very good charisma.
He actually does have a speech skill though at 1 dice. He gets to roll 3 dice.
I have no speech.
Oh! He just made it by 2 points. He goes up to her and he's like, I'm terribly sorry you've had a horrid ordeal. What's your name? And she's like, I am the Princess Anathea.
Oh, cool. We just moved up in the world.
Princess?
Here's a cloak.
Like sparkly crown princess?
Yes, actually, I am an heir to the sparkly crown. Actually, is what I called it in Brightcroft, by the way.
Okay, time to faceplant into a tree. Whack! Whack! Whack!
You're scaring the dog.
I hand her the cloak.
Oh, thank you, good sir. She puts the cloak on it. Basically, come down from her shoulder to her waist, because even 4 foot tall person originally.
It's okay, you know. She's probably like 5'2".
Dorothy's like, let me see your wounds. And she goes up and starts treating her. She has some minor cuts and abrasions when she was running through the woods. What happened? My caravan was attacked. I was traveling from one town to another on the Grand Rural Tour. We are only a couple of miles from the Fen March, and these men and their bandits were lying in wait. They probably meant to take me across the march and then sell me to Darkenvale, our ancestral foes.
Well,
That sounds
does
bad.
Darkenfell folk normally have all these attachments?
No, that's a new one on myself as well. I don't quite know what they could have wanted other than, well, I don't have it on me because they hit my camp while we were sleeping, but I have a, what would she call it? She would call it a watch.
Yeah, she called it a watch.
Timepiece?
Timepiece.
That's a good word. I have a advanced piece of clockwork timepiece in my possession, and they look somewhat mechanical. Maybe that's what they were after, and thought that I had some secret on how to unlock it. It's in a magically sealed box.
Ah. What's the name of this place we're looking for?
Clankland.
Yeah, Clankland. Can these folks come from Clankland? Maybe.
Possibly, but they don't smell of the bitter smoke that blots out the sky there.
Yeah, well, maybe they've been gone for a while.
That would explain why the horses and the animals didn't scent them. They're not goblins and they're not humans. They're something weirdly in between.
They're clockwork soldiers. Sorry, just kind of.
Actually, it's the title I gave them actually in the game notes too. Stop stealing and bringing my mind, oh wife of mine.
Hey, I was pulling from Dishonored.
They're
So,
clockwork soldiers. I was actually
I thank you for saving me. But we must wait. I mean, there's going to be more of them. It's only a matter of time till they send those horrid walking machines after us if they are from Clankland.
Okay, well, that's a good idea. Where would be the nearest town?
I don't know. I just fled.
Okay.
If I remember correctly, she looks up at the stars. I think it might be that way to Merryweather.
Hey, Dorothy, let's see the map again.
Dorothy pulls out the book.
See, we're about right here, right?
Yes. Yes, Merryweather is only about 10 miles away. We could get there by tomorrow morning.
Yeah, we can get there quicker than that. 10 miles. So we could do 10 miles in about.
Keep in mind, you already walked all day, and it's night.
Yeah, but we have a lot of motivation now. We also have the glowing branch.
True.
And we have a lot of motivation to move fast.
So you want to hoof it?
Yep.
Does anyone have a soda? A Coke? A Pepsi? Something caffeinated.
A bottle of
I don't
water.
got a soda, but he pulls out a Red Bull. Sam's got a Red Bull in his backpack.
How about we all take a sip of the Red Bull? That should give us wings to get there quick.
Yeah, but the problem is in this place it might just give us wings.
That's very true.
What strange magical potion is that? The princess asks. She's never seen a canned good.
Oh, trust me, it tastes like horse piss, but it'll keep you moving.
Well, you're gonna give it to the princess first and see what happens?
Being that Sam's is a sports guy, I'm assuming he had enough Red Bulls for ready to have one. Everybody roll their constitution. I would say that Red Bull is a 15 to resist. Constitution and athletics. Actually, no, it would be endurance. Constitution and endurance.
Yes, we're going to introduce the princess to caffeine.
Well, she slammed it, so she's okay. Dorothy slammed it, so Dorothy's okay.
And I slammed it, I'm okay.
I got 2 1s and a 2.
He slammed his. Sam's okay.
Yeah, I slammed mine.
Kept rolling 6s. Bing, 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 bing.
Let's see.
I slammed mine, we're okay. Phew.
I got a 10.
Boop. You are really hyper. And this chalky, terrible taste is in your mouth that just won't go away.
Okay.
Because that shit does taste like this.
I've never had one, so I don't know what it tastes like.
Oh, it is disgusting.
So you go on the march, and now you need a constitution and endurance for the march because you guys weren't fully slept. She fails.
Which she
And
are
the
you
princess
speaking
fails.
of?
Sam makes it because Sam's a batter.
Mm-hmm.
I did 10 or better?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I made it with exactly a 10.
Okay.
I got 14.
You guys are fun, but you have to stop twice for the women. They slow you down. And you actually don't get to Meriwether by morning. You actually get there around about, I would say, noon.
Okay.
You're a little delayed. Now, you were indeed tracked, so we have to see how well you were tracked. I'm going to assume that Miss Camper was trying to hide our trail.
Yep.
Miss Camper would know how to do that. Give me a survival woods. Because this is a big roll, you're going to roll not a bonus, you're going to roll all dice, a total dice roll. So how many dice do you have in survival woods? Where it says dice number?
4.
So you roll 4 dice for the skill, and then the dice of your, it links to your constitution. Your constitution.
So my 3 constitution, then 4 extra dice?
Correct. But you're not adding the bonus for the skill, you're just rolling the dice for the skill.
Okay.
Rather than automatically assign a value, we're rolling all the dice.
You spin a chip or something.
You want to spin a chip? Alright, take half those dice, 7 to 6.
That's my 6. But how many dice did I have? I have 7, so how many?
So set 4 of them to 6.
4?
Which means you automatically have a slam.
Peppy. Yay!
Now roll your 3 other dice.
As I said before, what's all this?
24, 28,
3,
31.
4.
Okay.
So 8.
Now see, they would have actually had enough to track you down, but they didn't slam and you did. So you automatically win. It's a good thing you spent the trip.
Yeah.
All right. You manage to get to the town and lose your pursuers. You walk into Meriwether. Meriwether is the typical high fantasy town you're used to seeing in things like Lord of the Rings and this world.
Except unlike Lord of the Rings, it's actually clean.
Pretty whitewashed buildings. cobblestone roads everywhere. You know, the farms are all bright. People are like, hi, howdy neighbor, hello. Oh, the princess. Everyone, of course, recognizes the princess because this is a Brightcroft fantasy environment. Of course everyone recognizes the princess.
Which in real life they wouldn't.
Right? They all bow for the elbow. She's like, yes, yes, thank you, thank you, thank you. And you're eventually huddled to the mayor. The mayor of the town welcomes you into the townhouse. He's got food there for you. He's got ale for you and water. It only occurs to all the teenagers that
We
you
can
can't
have
drink
alcohol.
either. So I need a willpower roll.
Oh boy.
That doesn't even occur to me until after I drown my first cup of water because I'm just so freaking thirsty.
Dorothy manages to resist with boxcars.
I only got a 5.
But she does go, can I get some wine?
What am I looking for here?
Willpower and meditation to resist.
No.
Holy shit, we can get alcohol here.
I actually rolled a 6 and a 5.
Yeah, you slammed, you don't have to get drunk.
Yeah, but I'm still going to go, after my first cup of water, beer.
I only got a 5. I'm getting drunk.
Perhaps it's the guilt of having killed somebody. We're loud and it's scaring her. Perhaps it's the guilt of having killed somebody, but you see... I'm sorry, I forgot your character's name again.
Isla.
You see Isla just knocking him back, just drinking beer left and right, knocking him back. I forgot to roll for Sam. Sam makes it. So, you're in the middle of getting drunk while everyone else is talking to the mayor. The mayor's like, thank you so much. We will see the princess to safety. Tell me, what can we do to help you?
Oh, shit. Well, the one person we'd ask about what we need to survive in the woods is now utterly freaking drunk. So, can we answer that question come morning when she's sobered up and over her hangover?
Didn't you say something about needing to get to Clankland, the princess says.
Yes, but we also will need gear and equipment and so on.
Well, rather than walk to Clankland or ride to Clankland and risk being discovered by enemy troops, having to cross rough terrain, and, you know, someone possibly dying on a long trek that takes over a year, why don't we just put you on the back of flying Pegasi? You can fly there. We have animals that can fly. Everyone looks over at the bard. The bard, labeled Tolkieno, is scribbling his great magnum opus. He looks and goes, no easy answers.
It's all about the journey, damn it.
Princess goes, yes, I can command my Pegasi knights to fly you wherever you need to go.
Oh, well.
Be warned, though, Clankland does have flying machines.
I have a question. We found these gold coins on the little critters that tried to kill you.
Those are Clankland dollars.
So, they were from Clankland. Just suddenly occurred to me, we had the money and
We can trade them. We can trade them to golden sovereigns here in Brightcroft.
Okay, well, now we know who paid to try and kill the princess. Is this going to be a war?
Well, summer is coming, and like most people's society, summer's the war season. So.
Okay, good. I get to blow things up.
All right. As you look around the Brightcroftians, you realize the Brightcroftians are all wearing, like, what we could best call high mixed fantasy armor, right? You see people running with breastplates and chainmail, but then they have, like, the Renaissance paneling pants and thigh-high leather breeches. You see a couple people walking through, like, you see a troop of riflemen go walking by. But the riflemen rather just be dressed in, like, uniforms like you would have, like, in the War of 1812 or stuff. They'll have, like, breastplates and morions and stuff on. So you're in that, like, I'd say you're a little bit more advanced than matchlocks, but not to the point where anybody has mini balls yet.
No, so basically we're talking late matchlock, early flintlock.
Yeah.
So into the 30 years.
So yeah, firearms do exist.
Probably don't have any other clothes other than what's on her.
Yeah.
Oh, you got.
You need new
Gundry
clothes.
on.
But yeah, so basically we're talking pike and ball here.
So, but we'll probably need to change your clothes.
Certainly, we'll be happy to fit you in appropriate wear.
Yeah. So basically
I'm
we
not,
got pike
saying,
and
I'm
ball.
not saying it's bad. I actually like that song. It's one of my favorites.
I am. I'm having to confirm it because I thought we were not watching anymore.
No,
Well, no, I
so
just
pike and
saw
ball.
the title come up. And...
So
yeah,
we're
I
doing
know. I
pike
got
and ball
it.
here.
You've mentioned it before. I like the song too.
So pike and ball. Let's see. Guns would be good. Yes, guns. Guns would be good.
We can afford you some pistols and powder. That shouldn't be an issue.
Yeah, that would be nice.
Are you sure you know how to use them?
I can learn.
So you notice they've made one thing here that we didn't have in the real world. They have a binary powder component.
Mm-hmm.
You have the powder that actually fires the weapon, and then where you have like the fire panel where the flint would be, you have a secondary different powder, so no mage can go and make the thing go boom with a fire spell.
It's actually kind of intelligent.
It seems like a magical, logical thing. It does mean that loading the firearm takes like a few seconds more than it would in the real world, so you have to take a roll. But it's essentially a binary component type thing. And then, like on a true flintlock, you actually just pour a little bit of powder in there, and every time you hit it, it would use up a little bit of the flour, a little bit of the powder to spark it.
Mm-hmm.
So
I don't know exactly how involved my character is in this conversation, considering
She's
she's
drunk.
busy getting drunk. So
Yeah.
she's like, once she's sober, she's gonna kind of go gaga over the weaponry. But right now, she's just kind of like tipsy.
So I'm gonna go.
we'll put Sam in the medium armor, and if you all want it, they'd be willing to give you all light armor.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
well,
it'd
definitely,
be a good
because you
thing.
know, short pointy things and me do not mix. In the meantime, I'm also going to go and basically, well, is there an alchemist shop in town?
Of course there is, good sir.
Oh, good, because I got 75 gold coins and I'm going to go play with them.
You basically want to buy a bunch of explosives?
I'm going to buy a whole bunch of shit.
Okay. With the 75 client dollars, I'm going to say you have enough to buy 10 potions that are explosive.
I'm actually going to also buy things that will heal, because keeping us alive would be important.
Then I would say 5 explosives and 5 healers.
That would work.
Okay. Give me a second, I make some coffee. Why don't you guys talk about what you want to do for the setup? Because basically you know you're going to aerial raid. What kind of gear you might need.
You're drunk.
Yeah, I'm drunk, so I don't know how much input my character would put into that. In any case, she's more of a woods person, so I don't know if she would really know anything about aerial raids. I'd be like, what? Put me on the
Well,
ground.
you could teach these people about rifling. That would be good.
Hmm?
You could teach these people about rifling in mini balls.
There's that.
I'm pretty sure they'll pay you well for that knowledge.
Hmm.
Because you just turned a weapon that is basically good out to maybe 80 to 100 yards out to a weapon that's now good out to 3 times that distance and kills a lot more effectively as well on top of it.
Hmm.
For a smaller caliber, I may add.
Oh, that's true.
And they will definitely enjoy that. And not only that, but it's a weapon that can be used like a weapon they already have.
So, yeah, we could tell them about that. And
Oh shit!
What?
Fuck!
Crap.
What'd you do?
They have the light on, didn't realize how full it was.
Ah.
I hate when that happens.
Well, if we tell them about rifling, we could possibly trade that knowledge for maybe more
And a mini ball.
stuff.
And you just like, you know, draw it out for them, show them how it works.
Yeah. We'll trade that for more gear, maybe.
I mean, especially if you explain it to them like in the way the fletching on an arrow makes the arrow spin.
Whatever it is, I got water in the coffee tin.
Oh, that sucks.
Oops.
Yeah, you gotta make sure you scrape out all the wet grounds.
I don't think I can. Well, we'll use what we can use tonight.
You do realize that a sword will not spark on concrete. You dumbasses.
It's supposed to make it look cool.
You know how they do that?
That's a
right?
Highlanderism.
You know how they do that? How they make that happen? They have a wire running on the outside of the blade, away from the camera, and that's what causes the sparks. They have electricity going down it.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so we got y'all some light armor. What else did you want to take with you?
Well, he and I were just discussing sharing knowledge of rifling and mini balls with the town.
In exchange for more money.
In exchange for more
So
money.
you go to try to mention the mini ball, and it escapes your memory.
You asshole! Alright, I'm gonna say it because somebody has to say it. Fuck you, James.
The magical laws prevent certain technological things from existing.
Okay, well that sucks. Okay, never mind then.
Hey, come on. Rifling was invented almost as soon as the musket was.
Strangely, it's almost non-existence. I have not put my mind about how Brightcroft would do that because I really want it to be the romantic age kind of thing. I do know that historically rifling actually is quite old, but the idea of the mini ball was very recent. And the mini ball itself revolutionized war because you do not fire so much so fast.
I
So I don't
know.
know if I would do that.
It's rifling is romantic. Hawkeye, the long stocking tails.
I know. I know. But I might say that for whatever
Last of
reason.
the Mohicans.
But I might say that for whatever reason, whatever mechanical reason they've had to prevent like magic and stuff from messing with the rifle. And maybe rifling is much more expensive than it was in our world. So if someone has a rifle, he's a dedicated rifleman.
I'm not going to dispute that. I'm just saying, but to me, it's like Hawkeye. That, come on, how more romantic can you get the long talking tales and Last of the Mohicans and shit?
Well, is there anything that we would know that we might be able to trade as knowledge or something like that?
Because it's a magical fantasy world, you're not sure that a lot of your knowledge actually correlates. And after all, you thought that what you picked up last night was safe, because on Earth it is.
Well, that's something that I would do, is I would find if there's like a book or something like that on safe foods to eat.
Because it's a high fantasy environment, there's an incredibly high amount of literacy that shouldn't be there. And yes, there's a bookshop in every store, in every town.
Well, let's put it bluntly. The printing press should have been invented back in ancient Rome if somebody had thought of it.
Yes, you find a book on herbology.
Okay.
That is one technology I'll never bitch about as being an
also find Dorothy there, who is just lost in glee. And there's a wizard that runs the shop who's given her a magic wand of lightning bolts.
You bitch. I wanted that. I wanted one. No, better yet, can you give me a wand of fireballs?
No. Everyone says it once.
That would... You make enough stuff blow up. We don't need to give you any more incentive.
Okay, then fine. I'll just buy some ingredients. To make more things that go boom. And
So,
splat.
I'm going to say you spend a day in Merryweather, recuperating. You wake up with the worst headache your character has ever had in her entire life. Nothing tastes right. And for some strange reason, there are like cats in your bed with you. They're like trying to make you feel better.
Okay.
Hey, Ilse, drink this. I want to catch your resistance is really low.
What the...
Are you giving her Hair of the Dog the Bitter?
Yeah.
Okay.
My own alchemical version of Hair of the Dog.
Okay.
Oh, hell, is this going to be green?
It's an alcoholic drink. You will have not any modifiers not to activate because he's basically trying to give you enough alcohol in your system so that the effects of the withdrawal are not as severe.
Well, actually, I'm just hoping it doesn't turn you green. Literally. For several days.
She seems okay.
Oh, Jesus. What's up with the cats?
The other Bright Croftians are who, of course, to them it's pretty lovely. Well, of course cats care about you and want you to be well. That's why they cuddle.
I just thought it was because they're waiting for you to die so they can eat your face.
They must not be assholes here like where I come from.
Yeah, because where I come from, they just cuddle with you because they're waiting for you to die so they can eat your face.
What strange, horrible place do you come from? Where cats are not loyal, loving creatures that constantly must make their companions feel better.
Isn't that true, Tuffy?
And dote on them with love and affection.
What's the town?
Those are called
Our
dogs.
Hometown name?
Leadsmore.
It's called Leadsmore.
Must be a horrible place.
Yeah, and what you're describing, we call dogs.
Those dumb, slovenly, slobbering brutes?
Hey, do not talk about my cousins that way.
All right. Sure enough, the princess has kept her word. Knights on Pegasi arrive early the next morning and land in the field. Pegasi. Willpower rolls. Come on.
I mean, it's fucking Pegasus, so yeah.
Hey, Dorothy and Sam are over because they've been having a farm and riding. This is like a dream come true.
Hey, at least we're not going to take on the Kraken.
Alright, 7.
7? Yeah, you're amazed. You're in that sense of wonder again.
7.
And I want you to picture, like, not quite the rainbow wings and hokey thing that are in She-Ra with her Pegasus, but picture, like, the animal's got barding on it, its mane has been braided, it's got pairs of, like, long tasseled feathers to, like, make it look even more unique. Lots of reds and golds, make it show up in the night, make it show up in the sky. There's absolutely beautiful animals. Okay. The knights come by. Hello, I am Sir Stalwart, and this is Sir Fortitude.
Your mother hated you, didn't she?
Fairly not. Our mother loved us very much. All mothers love their children and are nothing but perfect adults here in Brightcroft.
God, the Chinese guy was really not kidding, was he?
No.
I'm gonna go get some more beer.
I don't ever want to look at beer ever again.
We will be your escorts today. The four of us shall accompany you into Clanklin on your quest. What is it requesting after? A magical weapon? A tome of forgotten lore?
A watch.
A watch?
Yes.
Bugger that, you're on your own. The knights have sworn to do their duty. Very well, we shall go on this quest to retrieve
a family heirloom of huge importance. And possibly magical importance.
Oh, well, that's different. It's a magical item. Okay, that makes it acceptable. The knights all feel better.
Save that one. Yes, sometimes being a 1 charisma works for you because
The town priest walks out.
you're an asshole.
He blesses everybody. Onus palm the dominator, blah, 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 et cetera, et cetera. And you all feel a little good. You got a real positive feeling about this.
Yeah, look how well that ended.
All right, I need ride checks now.
Hey.
Dorothy and Samurai pass because they have the ride skill.
And I
Those of
have-
you don't, roll intuition.
Oh, it's intuition?
The first one's intuition. The next one's agility.
Asshole.
I have
8.
the right skills.
Your horse likes you.
I have the right skills, so.
Oh, you do? You pass automatically.
Oh, okay.
And a 6 and 3.
Why'd you take the ride skill?
Oh,
it's in there.
automatically got
It's in
the
there.
right
Okay, I didn't know if it
skills.
was in the camper or not. Okay, you managed not to fall off the horse. It's good.
Which is good because we're
flying.
off the ground. Is there supposed to be a seatbelt or something for this thing?
There is a saddle strap, yes.
Now you tell me.
All right, so you're flying along in your Pegasi, and they have straps for like you've got like a high back that you'd have on a jousting horse, because you're flying, that wants you to fall off, and you strap yourself into that. And the horse flies at actually a pretty good clip. You're flying at about 100 miles an hour. Well, they've got helmets. They're wearing a helmet. And as these are high fantasy environment helms, you actually have like glass over the eye slits, so you don't have anything like that. You have scarves like World War I aviators,
I actually believe
and
that.
big furry things to deal with the wind chill. Because even if you're flying only a couple of thousand feet off the ground, the wind chill will quickly take the heat out of you.
Oh yeah.
Right?
Ask me a World War I pilot about that shit.
The open cockpit suck. And so there you are flying along at a good clip, and I need Constitution rolls now.
That's what the horse don't spit.
Constitution and endurance. Difficulty, I would say 15. This is the first time y'all been flying.
I just thought about something. There are all these flying animals, and they gotta poop sometime.
Just like birds.
That
Very
is one,
big birds.
That is one huge trick. You could probably knock somebody out with them.
I could kill someone.
From a couple of thousand feet, yeah. Kinetic energy.
It's a
Holy
big bird.
shit.
I've seen what a Clydesdale can poop, man.
Oh, sweet Jesus.
So we're doing Constitution, you said?
Gives a whole new meaning to a dragon going on a bombing run.
I got 18.
Do I get a chip for that?
Yes.
All right.
Oh, shit.
Holy mother.
So you're flying your Pegasi over into Clanklin, and as you're seeing the ground beneath you travel, beautiful, pristine meadows, flowers, everything you normally imagine in a high fantasy environment. And then you get over the fins, and the fins, like most actual fins, are kind of boggy and covered in a mist, and you don't see what's going on down there, but you imagine it's nothing nice, because it's a fin.
I like fins. They're kind of cool.
And then before you, you see cloud cover, low cloud cover, only like a couple hundred feet over the ground. Dark, boiling, rolling smoke.
Also known as smog.
Right? And you can actually hear machinery from the ground dimly over the roaring of the wind. So you imagine it must be like horrendous there on the ground itself. The noise must be incomparable.
Earplugs.
The knights say, "So our target is the walking tower." And he points, and through the smog, you get to an area that's a little bit clearer, and it's like just a light haze. You see this dark walking fortress. It's probably only about 100 feet tall, but it's about 50 to 60 feet wide, and it's got these big, squat mechanical legs that make it walk across the ground like a huge insect.
So it's basically Howl's Moving Castle without the charms.
Yep.
boy.
The Knights say, what we will do is we will fly in there and drop you off on the top tower. You'll have to fight your way through to the heart. Get the watch from the main motive chamber. We will circle when we see you come back to the top. We'll pick you up.
Okay. Nothing could go wrong with that plan.
Whew. Okay.
One of the Knights waves a flag, and the Knight who's riding you goes, Ornithopters! And you look, and sure enough, you see like these flying machines starting to come out.
Oh, you've got to be shitting me.
No, I'm not.
Quick, Pegasus, poop on him!
And these ornithopters... It's just never going to die, is it? These ornithopters that look like mechanical dragonflies with like little smokestacks to make their motive engines work are coming out of the tower now to attack the Knights. The Knights all lower their lances and say, following! And go to the attack, leaving you to try to land on the tower. I need a ride check to land on the moving tower. The moving tower is very large, which would make it a negative 30. However, it is moving and you are moving. That adds 20. It brings us to negative 10. And this is a mover none of you have ever tried before. That's going to add 20. You need 10's agility and riding.
So wait a minute. It's a huge honking target, and yet it's going to be harder to hit.
Keep in mind, none of you have ever done this maneuver before.
Okay, no, I'm just asking the logic behind that. Okay.
And it's not just it's moving, you're both moving.
Oh, all right. Well, that makes sense, because we're like landing on an aircraft carrier.
Exactly.
That's never fun.
That's exactly what I was thinking of.
That's never fun. Well,
You're not going to miss the aircraft carrier. The question is, do you land on the aircraft carrier correctly?
yeah, or just crash into the aircraft carrier. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty, so I got a 6 and a 2.
Do you need more coffee?
Yes, please. I got a 6 and a 2.
6 and a 2. That's 8. That's not enough.
Yeah, but I rolled a 6. Does that help?
Oh, wait. You only had 2 dice?
Yeah.
So yeah, you slammed it. You land.
Okay.
I got 18.
Yeah, I don't have ride. I don't do riding. I don't like live animals. Unless it's a dog or a cat. Or a pet rat. Or something I experimented on, like a hamster. Because I hate hamsters.
Where'd your cup go, Matt?
It's over there somewhere.
I see it.
Oh, I wonder if that's what she actually looks like.
Hmm?
E-Bunny.
I don't know.
Because the lady who plays the hurdy-gurdy there, Miss Gurdy, she's actually quite attractive. She actually has a good singing voice, too. That's the one thing she has over Lindsay Sterling, is that she has a better singing voice. She can't dance or anything like that. I mean, she just plays the Gurdy and that's it. But she has a kick-ass singing voice. Thank you, sir.
All right. So you flubbed yours. You got...
18.
Oh, but he slammed his. That's right. So you both managed to make the landing.
Mm-hmm.
You land. Let me roll for them.
All right, now can the Pegasus like this?
Sam not only lands, he slams the roll with a 35.
Asshole.
And she makes it by a mere point.
Hey, but she made it.
But she made it. All right. So...
Oh, shoot, I got coffee on my shirt.
Oops.
Yeah, that's never coming out.
Where did I put there?
The Black Agnes comics, I definitely want to read those one of these days. I couldn't find them at the...
Dark
yeah,
Agnes, you mean?
The Dark Agnes, yeah, because I could not find them at the friggin'...
Did you go to Descent or... Did you go to Descent or did you go to Dark Side?
Went to Dark Side and Descent, couldn't find
So
them.
Descent sold out quickly. Dark Side had both, and I wasn't originally going into that series, but I bought both of them down there that day because the second cover. And now I'm glad I did.
Yeah, they were gone.
She's actually a very intriguing character.
Yeah,
I was surprised.
They were gone by the time I got there.
All right, so this is the top of the fortress. All right, and your characters are currently standing on it. Each square is 5 feet.
Okay, well.
I definitely get some super glue and add them to their bases as soon as I can.
Alrighty, that's one pistol loaded.
All right, so there's the top. You see a hatch, what you think is a hatch,
There's another one
over
loaded.
here in the corner.
Oh,
And
Where there's a hatch, I'll put a die. And on that roof, you don't see anything right now. Now, what I'd like to get from the party is I'd like to get a perception awareness roll.
okay.
I'm going to spin the chips from the brother and sister.
Shit. That is like 4 6s in a row.
Nicely done.
I know.
when you slam, I do also need to know the total roll because, again, it can be a variance.
12.
If two people tie a score number, but one slams and one doesn't, the one who slammed won.
Okay, well, it's a 12 altogether then.
12? All right.
Plus the slam. So that's like I said, 4 6s in a row.
12 slam. Got it.
18.
Okay.
Okay. So I got both pistols loaded and a grenade out.
How do you? Okay, so you got one in your hand and a grenade out.
No, I've got. They're in my belt.
Okay, so you just got the grenade armed.
Yeah, and I got the grenade armed.
Okay.
Load the crossbow.
You land. You start loading your crossbow. You don't see anything with your perception scores, and then the hatch opens, and out steps a little goblin. And when I mean goblin, right? Green skin, big sharp teeth, big eyes, big ears, red eyes. And he's wearing an armored helmet made out of a pot, leather armor, and over one of his eyes there's like some kind of weird mechanical contraption, and he's coming up with a wrench. He comes up, he sees you all the party, he's like, huh? Roll initiative.
Look at those ears!
I'm sorry, I'm almost... He's the babe with the power. Power of what? Power of the
Who do? You do. Power of the babe. Alright. Sam and Dorothy have a 7.
Got a 5.
You got a 5. Alright, he's got a 5 too. It looks like...
I get a 2.
So, Miss Camper, you have to move first.
Now
you clearly have enough movement to get there.
What, get in his face?
Sure.
No, I'll move over here.
Give me a fate check. Second, you move 1 square.
Oh, yay.
What did you do?
I don't know what I did. What is that?
What did you do?
I rolled a 6.
So you slammed it.
Yep.
You're about to step, and like a sixth sense of yours goes off. You're like, I need to jump, and you jump just as an electrical current goes through the square where you were standing.
Oh, nice.
How in the hell did they know she was going to stop there?
And you see it going zzz, 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 zzz. It's like arcing at random all over the roof.
Well, that's fun.
All right, now where do you want to go?
I was just gonna move over this
We need
way,
somebody to ground
so
it.
like, well, maybe more like that, so I would have a clear shot in case they.
We need a
Sure.
We need a volunteer.
So
to ground
she
this
moves. His movement ties with
Me.
yours, Mr. Tinker. I'm gonna let you go first,
Well-
unless you want him to move first. You can tell his intention is to like shut the gate. He sees you. He's trying to shut the gate.
Oh, really?
Well, that would be an attack. You could attack before that. Do you want to move before that?
With all this electricity arcing all over this metal, no. I'm carrying high explosives.
So you're gonna stay put.
Yes.
Okay. You stay put.
And
Dorothy and Sam then act, and they move across, and Dorothy actually gets shocked, and so does Sam a little bit, but Sam gets over to the door. And Sam actually takes the baseball bat and smack the hatch. So he smacks the hatch flips backward and breaks, so the goblin cannot close it. Now we get to attack phase. Highest hero that can attack is going to be Sam again. Sam's next action is take the baseball bat and try to bring it down on the goblin.
oh, I was going to kick him off. I would actually hit him off the roof, but that's just me. Can a goblin fly?
I don't know.
And between the cover and the small size, Sam misses. We're up to... Oh, you have the next highest initiative.
Yep.
Grenade?
Grenade into the hatch.
All right, it's a short-range throw, and you're not trying to hit the goblin, you're trying to hit the area.
I'm just trying to hit the... No, I'm going putting it down the hatch.
Right, so I'm saying you're trying to hit the area, not
Yeah.
the goblin. So
Yeah.
you don't have to beat a dodge rating, so you just need to get a 10.
Don't botch it.
I'm not going to botch it. This one I can actually do. And I don't botch it. Yep, I'm going to slam.
You slam it.
Yeah, again. 5 6s in a row.
You
now.
toss the grenade. The grenade hits down the hole without a hitch.
There's 6.
Hits the bottom. Unbeknownst to you, at the bottom, there are a bunch of other goblins. It lands right in the middle of all of them.
Fire in the hole!
And it goes off right away. Right at the end of the round, so they don't get a chance to act against it.
Gotta love grenades.
The grenade does 8 dice damage.
Shit.
You said high explosive, right?
Yep.
Roll me 8 dice.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I would. Doesn't like the smell of napalm in the morning.
They are wearing light armor, so they have 10 points of protection, plus their constitution will shield them. They're going to subtract 15 from the damage total.
Yay! Well, that's not going to help them a whole lot.
Now, being small, they only have 3 points per health box. So, again, how we do this is roll your dice first.
Mm-hmm.
Now, take 15 points away from your dice.
Okay, so we got 5. That's 10.
Subtract one of those to a 1.
And then 1, 3, and then 3 and a 5. Sorry, 1 and 5. So this will be 15. I'll take that off.
Okay.
So that would be 12 and 3. That would be 15 points. So 15 and 15.
15 divided by 3 is 5. They're dead.
You just splattered the goblin.
You hear a bunch of gloop below you as goblin guts go all over the equipment and the panels and everything.
Oh boy.
Well, nothing like the smell of napalm in the morning. It smells like victory.
So on the second level of the tower, you've got something that opens up to small hallways. While I set this up.
I wonder if I can turn one of these pistols into a flamethrower.
You're just really fascinated with fire, aren't you?
Fire! Fire!
Oh.
Yeah, that just ages me.
No, it doesn't, because all the memes lately have been, there is no TP for your bungholes!
People have been saying that? Actually, I found plenty of toilet paper the other day. It was paper towels I couldn't find.
Okay, so you have the main chamber, and below you have hallways. Now we're coming down from this area because that's where the hatch was on the level above us. Who wants to go down the hatch first?
Hey, Sam, look down there.
So you see, and you go to Sam. Hey Sam, you go first. Take a peek. Sam actually leans down the hatch, looks down, and you push it.
Oh God.
No, I'm just kidding.
Dorothy looks at you and goes, "If you weren't my cousin, I'd kiss you for that."
Oh.
Yeah, well, we're not in
Lord.
West Virginia. Sorry.
Oh.
Oh Lord.
Or Alabama, or Mississippi,
right.
or Georgia.
All right,
States
all
where
right.
it's legal.
So we're going to send Sam down there first. So Sam ends up down there first. Who goes after Sammy?
So, Sam, is it messy?
There's green, black stuff everywhere. It's gross.
Oh, good. The grenade worked.
I'll go down next.
Actually, you should go last.
Oh really?
Yeah, in case anything tries to come up behind us.
Okay. Well then, why don't you two go down there?
I'm going next. I'll be happy to volunteer. I mean, I pushed Sam down there because, well, frankly, I didn't know what kind of mess I'd made. So,